I'd like to read a viewer email that I relate to, and I think a lot of you will be able to relate to as well. This one comes from Don, who says, "Hi, how are you? Hope you're feeling well. First off, really enjoy your content. Thanks so much for making it. I really enjoy it. And thanks so much. I got my Tissot PRX automatic with your discount at Saltzman's Watches. I wanted to ask you something that was bugging me for a while. About 2 years ago, I got a Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 2 chronograph, and I wasn't so familiar with watches back then. And I was debating between that and a Santos de Cartier. I went with the Breitling, and I've always felt a little regret that I went with that over the Santos. I just felt the Breitling was a little bigger, and I liked it, and I'm not sure what made me pick it over the Santos, but I'm curious of your thoughts on it and if I should feel this way. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it, Don." Now, that's a kind email, Don. Thank you for sending it. I'm glad you're getting into watches. It sounds like you've been in the game for about 2 years now, and you have a Breitling, and now you have a Tissot, which is an awesome watch. So I think you're in the expansion side or phase of watch collecting, which is really fun, where you have some experience. You've refined your watch palette a little bit. You have, you have your own watch taste now, and you're looking at other watches. You're looking at other brands, and maybe retrospectively, you're thinking about mistakes you had in the past, namely going with Breitling over Cartier. Here's what I have to say. You know what? My taste in watches now is so much different than it was, I'd say, even like 3-4 years ago, and certainly a far cry from what it was when I was new in the hobby. When I was just getting into watches, man, I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but I had Invicta days, I had fashion watch days, I had Oakley watch days, I had micro brand days, I had Seiko only days, I had Rolex days. I've had so many phases to where I really delve into a particular facet of the hobby, and maybe I go a little bit overboard. Maybe I collect a specific style or brand or color or whatever the case may be, price segment, and I explore that segment. So I've been all over the map, and I think it's normal for you to have some regret because, again, you're a different collector now than you were 2 years ago when you were deciding between Breitling and Cartier. I would say globally, Cartier is more recognized than Breitling, and I certainly love the Super Ocean Heritage 2. I'm partial to the three-hander. I'm partial to the green Sunray dial, but I like all the color iterations. I love that mesh bracelet that Breitling has that tapers and everything. I think it is a stunning watch. And let's not forget that there was something that drew you to that Breitling originally, be it the size or the presence or the complication or whatever the case may be. So you've had this experience. You've had fun with this watch. Yes, you might be second guessing yourself, but that's normal for a watch collector. I think a lot of you watching, please sound off in the comments if you can relate to this. I think a lot of you have had watch regrets when you've been deciding between two different watches. Let me tell you what I've done. And this might not be the answer for everyone, but when I'm looking at a couple different watches, I go, okay, it's not which one, it's which one first. And the way I'm financially able to do that is I buy one, I enjoy it for any specific amounts of time that I deem appropriate, and then I sell it. And I take that money and I put it into the next one that I was really interested in. So that way I get to experience both. Yes, I do usually lose money on the flip, but I consider this a hobby, and most of us sink silly money into our hobbies, whether it's whether it's fishing or golf or working on cars or collecting coins, whatever the case may be. These are sunk costs. So I look at it almost as renting the watch to a degree, but I know that this is not for everyone. So, Don, one thing you could do is sell this Breitling, take that money, and buy a Santos de Cartier. I absolutely love the Santos de Cartier. I am wearing a Pasha de Cartier, which is my all-time favorite watch in my collection at the moment, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. It's super underrated. I love the brand. I love the heft. I love the design. Uh, it's awesome. So I would wholeheartedly support you in maybe getting out of the Breitling and going into Cartier. Or here's something else to consider. Don't be impatient like me. Don't just write off the thousands you might lose in a potential flip. But most watch collectors can't willy-nilly be buying luxury watches left and right. But maybe be patient for a few months or a year and buy the Cartier in addition to the Breitling you have and in addition to your Tissot PRX automatic that you are enjoying, and have a great trio. Again, I'm not sure what's in your current collection outside of these two watches, but I think a collection of Tissot and Breitling and Cartier would be awesome and very enjoyable. So guys, let me know what you think. Place your opinions in the comment section for Don. Did he make a mistake? Should he go with the Santos? What do you think about his new Tissot PRX? I appreciate your input. I appreciate you watching my channel. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.